Let's look at top comments of the week. Yes. All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus Show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. We're doing the top comments of the week, also giving away our monthly swag based off of a random drawing for the YouTube members.
YouTube members. If you're not yet a YouTube member, but you're still a Patreon, transfer it over. We're getting rid of the Patreon, exclusively YouTube membership now, so be sure to do that if you have not yet done it. And if you just want to become a member, do that too. Even better, sign up.
Link is right down in the description. And while we're talking about members, let's give some love to our current members right now. Look at all those wonderful members. Appreciate all the support as always. So thank you.
Not just wonderful members, wonderful humans.
Well, we can't say that for sure, but I would like to think so. I would like to think so. So there they all are. Get your name on this list. Sign up for the link. But let's do it. Let's talk top 7 comments of the week. And I don't even know which one's order they're in. Let's go. Chucky says you should change the name to Onebar or Lupagus Show. And the reason I put this on there, a lot of comments about people saying, "Oh, where's Onebar? Where's Lupagus? Why is it just one?" It's a lot better when both of you are there. And we do have jobs.
Sometimes jobs, family, sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes there's something going on. And one of us has to take the reins, take over, and we ride solo when we have to. We don't love it. We don't like being apart. But sometimes you got to have the peanut butter without the jelly.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes a peanut butter sandwich ain't so bad. It's not so bad. So we do it. We do duos as much as we possibly can. But you know what? We've done this from the start. It's weird that we're just getting these now. Not just from one person, a couple of people.
Yeah. So you know what? Again, we will go solo if we have to, but we don't want to.
We're going to do 2 more comments, and then we're going to do the drawing for the winner of the swag that gets the done. Not this exact one, because that would be gross.
It stinks.
Something real similar. Or a shirt. All right, here we go. Next comment. Marty Sheet says Bradbury is only going to be average to below average, and that's when we were talking offensive line.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take him if he's average. I think that's fine. He can be average. We've already seen below average. We've seen way below average from Garrett Bradbury. If we can be average next year, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I put it on there. I mean, I don't think anyone's expecting this fantastic play by Garrett Bradbury. Just remember, he's the 21st highest paid center. That's after his contract. So put that into perspective. If he's the 21st best starting center, I'll take that any day, all day, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think expectations for Bradbury should be, if he's good, great.
Yeah.
If he's average, great. Let me rephrase that.
It's a pretty low bar we're looking for from Bradbury.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Rob E. And spoiler alert, Rob E. has 2 comments on this one. So that might be a first, but I'll rip through this quick. Yep. Funny how some folks forgot that Osborne is expected to be one of the first roster cuts in season 2, yet dismisses the possibility of Rager, Naylor, Booth, etc. Can't even make a similar leap. O'Connell did mention Rager as well as Naylor, but folks, whatever. Basically saying, if you're writing off people, how dare you? There's guys like Osborne who've proven everybody wrong. He proved us wrong.
Yeah, but not everybody's like Osborne. Osborne motivated, put in the extra work. Just to me, the guy, I'm not running up Jalen Naylor, but Jalen Rager, to me, I just think he's going to be a bust. He was a bust in Philly. Year 1 in Minnesota was a bust. I don't see anything from this guy right now pointing that he's going to have an Osborne-like resurgence. I don't even know if he makes it out of camp. Jalen Rager, to me, I have no expectations for. But Naylor, yeah, absolutely. Booth, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not writing anybody off. We go back and look at our videos. We have looked stupid probably more than we haven't. So when it comes to guys like that, who knows? We'll see. But it's a very good point. Don't write anybody off. These instant cuts, these guys, there's no way he makes the team. It's bullshit. All right, let's do.
Remember when our friend Joel was bullshit for Halloween?
Yeah, it was wonderful.
The worst costumes ever.
Wow, worst to wear. All right, so here's everybody that is a member. We're going to spin this sucker and see who wins the Onebar and Lupagus swag. Here we go. I have no control.
There's someone in their name, generic name.
Oh, Gary Polster.
Gary. Wow.
Gary.
Just squeaked it out.
Just
By a
squeaked it
pube.
out. Well done. Well done, Balster. You send us an email, onebarlupagus@gmail. We know you have that email. So hit that thing up.
Gary Balster. Congratulations, Gary.
Yeah, congrats to Gary. Well done. So Gary Balster is this month's winner. Sign up. You could be next month's. Next up, Greg P. No players worth $35 million. He's talking about Justin freaking Jefferson.
Well, you start on that one.
Tyreek Hill is the highest, right? $30 million a year. I mean, when you look at no player, all quarterback. When you get to the $35 million, it's all quarterbacks. Then you get to the Aaron Donalds, you get to the Tyreek Hills, the Devontae Adams. You know, Justin Jefferson might be worth $35 million. I hope it comes in at like 32.5. But if it's 35, I don't give a shit. I'm going to be celebrating. I'm going to be very happy, and he's worth every penny.
Just keep him here. Keep him here, whatever the cost is. And you can say, you know, no player is worth this. You know what? It's what the market is. Houses aren't worth, you know, what they're going for. No one's worth it. You know what? But it's what it's going to cost to keep him here. So you pay what you have to pay to keep someone that talented on your roster.
Don't get Lupagus started on gas prices. We'll be here for hours.
Get me going.
So yeah, 35 million, whatever. Also, Conway Twitty, 30 years ago today, he left us. So I'm having a beer for Conway.
God, it's been that long. I think you could have picked any random celebrity.
Yeah, that's probably true. All right, Robbie, here's your second one. So ESPN, the article saying we gave us shit because we didn't address the quarterback situation for the future. And Robbie actually makes a good point. He says Kwesi didn't make a move to address the future quarterback situation. He didn't extend Kurt. So for the first time since Kirk has been a Vike, there is an out. There is an out to his contract. So I think what Rob's getting at is we did address the future of our quarterback. It's just not Kirk.
Yeah, and you know we don't know what that future is yet. It could still be Kirk if he plays out of his head. Could be a very highly drafted quarterback in the draft next year. It could be some other. Maybe we make a trade for somebody. Who knows? But he's right. There is another way, an out in this thing. And you know who's the guy who wrote the article again? I mean, he also said that
Bill something. I think
was it Barnwell.
Might have been Billy Barnwell.
Well, he said, you know, that he ripped the Jets for bringing in Aaron Rodgers and not going after Teddy Bridgewater, and also said that the Packers are better without him. So I, can't put a whole lot of stock in anything that guy wrote.
You can't, but Robbie has a good angle to it. We have addressed the future quarterback. It's just not Kirk. Most likely not Kirk. Jabba Dabba Dabba, the Watts for Blackman move shows exactly Kwesi's football acumen. He essentially had a really good young player and cast him off for somebody terrible. But so many things to say on this.
Well, the thing on paper, it sure looks that way. We don't know what was going on behind the scenes. Was there something with Watt? Did the defensive coordinator not think he was a scheme fit? There's things we don't know about this. And also, I think there was a former coach of Blackhawks on the new regime that wanted to bring him in. I can see why they did it, and yeah, I can see why someone would comment this after the fact. But I think there's factors here we maybe don't know either.
We're talking about Armon Watts here, right?
Yeah.
He went to Chicago, had a shitty season. Nobody signed him until mid-April. Got a very small contract from the Steelers. I think he had one sack. I mean, we're talking Armon Watts. Really? Who cares?
Well, I mean, Watts
everybody was so quick to say, I can't believe we went from Armon Watts, blah, blah, blah. He didn't do anything.
No, he did have 35 tackles, 4 tackles for a loss, started 12 games for the Bears.
I could start 12 games for the Bears.
Had like 1 tackle.
I could start 12 games for the Bears, I think.
I don't think you could start
Nobody wanted him this offseason. Nobody, the Steelers basically.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know if there's something else going on there. I don't know. It does seem weird to a guy that, he was projected to be a starter, and then you trade him for Ross Blacklock, who you roll the dice on, who turned out to be a turd. But yeah, I get where this comment's coming from. Absolutely, 100%.
If there was a game and they just blurred out if it was Blacklock or if it was Armon Watts, and you watched the full game, I bet you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
I don't know. You seem to be. I don't know why you're always so anti Armon Watts. He was a good player. He was doing fine, and then they went ahead and pulled the rug out from under him and sent him away. So I don't know. I think he brought more to the line than Ross Blacklock did. But again, I can see where the Vikings made the move too.
The way I see Watts was he looked good because our defensive line was so bad. He was a depth piece on probably any other team, a very low depth piece, and he just shined because we were so damn bad at the position.
But he did make some plays. You got to give him credit. You can't just
No,
write
he
him
made
off.
some plays. But if you're starting 16 games, whatever he did for the Vikings, you're gonna make a play. James Lynch makes a play. Troy Dye makes a play. It happens.
I'm not as down on Armand Watts as you were. Again, I think there's maybe something else to this that we don't know about.
That he sucked. Last comment. Word's too big for me. Obligatory YouTube algorithm comment, Skull. And I put this up there because the comments help quite a bit. The more comments we get, the more likes we get, the more our video shoots up to the top. So hit that like button, give us some comments, and we appreciate that. We get those once in a while.
Put that one up again. So you can shorten this to OYTAC. It'll be just fine.
OYTAC? Oh, that's not as fun.
YouTube algorithm comment.
I got it. I like it.
It's just easier to write than those
and
long,
it's easier for me to
words.
say it because that was painful. Obligatory?
You're doing fine. You're doing good. Keep saying it. You'll get it 10 times. It becomes part of your vocabulary.
Nah, it'll never be part of my vocabulary. But as always, we appreciate all the comments. We appreciate all the members. There they are once again.
Look at those guys.
Let's get some new members this week. Let's do it. Let's do it now.
Yeah, and if you already have a Patreon, just move it over. It could cost you anything more. Just move that subscription from one place to another. Remember this, the best before date on most food products is about quality, not safety. While the food may not taste as good or have the same texture after this date, it is not necessarily unsafe to eat.